Greetings, friends. Welcome to Equity RX, where we talk about DEI in healthcare. I'm Dr. Sharon Washington, founder and CEO of Sharon Washington Consulting and principal educator of Critically Conscious Connections. In this video, we'll explore why avoiding bias in performance evaluations is critical and how to mitigate bias, the impact of bias in the process, and 3 common biases to watch out for. Before we get into it, be sure to stay to the end of this video to learn how to access our free DEI assessment tool. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more insights on inclusion and equity in healthcare. Let's get into it. What is bias? Bias refers to opinions or attitudes formed without considering all relevant facts or information. It can influence decisions and evaluations, leading to unfair assessments and outcomes. In performance evaluations, bias can be conscious or unconscious, making it crucial to take deliberate steps to avoid its impact. Mitigating bias in performance evaluation starts with utilizing a standardized evaluation tool and format that applies clear criteria consistently. This ensures that everyone is assessed based on the same objective standards. Another effective strategy is involving multiple evaluators in the feedback process and allowing staff and learners to provide their own perspective on their performance, as well as feedback on the evaluation process itself. This helps to balance perspectives and minimize individual biases from dominating the evaluation process. Training evaluators on recognizing and mitigating biases is essential. By increasing awareness, they can make more objective assessments and provide fair feedback. It's also crucial to utilize objective measures, such as data-driven outcomes, to support evaluations. Objective criteria and observable behaviors reduce the potential for subjective biases to influence the assessment process. Evaluators should ensure their written evaluations are aligned with the verbal feedback that they offer, and that cross-racial or cross-cultural dynamics don't evoke a soft and generic verbal offering, followed by a more critical and documented written evaluation. This erodes trust among learners and marginalized team members and undermines learning and development. The impact of bias in performance evaluation can be significant. Biased decision-making can lead to decreased morale among employees and a lack of trust in the leadership. Moreover, bias can directly affect career advancement opportunities for individuals who are not fairly assessed based on their skills and accomplishments. This undermines their professional growth and can create disparities within the healthcare workforce. Now let's explore 3 common biases to be aware of during performance evaluations: gender bias, racial bias, and confirmation bias. Gender bias occurs when evaluators make assumptions or judgments based on the gender stereotypes of an individual rather than focusing on that individual's actual performance. This can show up as subjective language relating to women's lack of confidence or needing to be more assertive, in contrast to men's assumption of being assertive when just showing up and demonstrating their capabilities. Racial bias involves making evaluations that are influenced by a person's race or ethnicity, rather than evaluating their skills and qualifications objectively. Examples of racial bias in evaluation can include assuming that Black and Brown team members are not interested or not passionate about their work based on their body language when they're sitting in meetings or in presentations and conferences. Black folks, other melanated folks with an accent can often be evaluated based on how comfortable they make other people feel in this space, rather than their actual capabilities or the delivery of their care. Confirmation bias occurs when evaluators seek information that confirms their preconceived notions about that individual's performance, overlooking evidence that contradicts those biases. Sometimes evaluators will seek input from secondhand observers or collaborators in order to find evidence of their own preconceived biases, rather than truly allowing their assessment, both verbal and written, to be based on their observable behaviors that they've witnessed within that rotation or within that time working together. Unbiased performance evaluation is critical in healthcare organizations. By following the steps we discussed, healthcare professionals and leaders can ensure fair and objective assessments, fostering a culture of respect, trust, and equal opportunities for all. To assess your own racial literacy and DEI knowledge, take our free DEI development assessment by clicking the link below. Together, let's strive for unbiased performance evaluations that recognize individuals' true achievements and potential, free from the influence of bias. By doing so, we can create healthcare environments that value fairness, diversity, and professional growth. Subscribe for more on equity and inclusion in healthcare, and check out Critically Conscious Connections for courses that are going to advance and enhance your equity journey.